Hi guys, Lady Random here and welcome back to Regrowth. Hopefully with a little bit less lag than we had last time. Hopefully. It seems to be a little bit better. Frames are 28, 29, so-so. But we had a problem again with the graphics card. I think it was the graphics drivers this time that were causing us a few issues. But it seems to be okay. So we're actually having a much better experience than we have been. So, just trying to work out, is the sun going down? I think it might be. Let's have a quick look. Oh, we're about midday. Okay, no, that's cool. Right, well, we have started to grow our 10-10-10 potatoes, so we've put them outside. I've got a couple of 10-10-10 seeds there, just waiting for those to fully grow so we can actually start gathering the potatoes themselves. We have finally managed to get ourselves some melon seeds as well, so that was breeding these here. I think, to be fair, let's just call it quits in that respect. We'll check our melon seeds as well and see how they're doing. Not melon seeds, sorry, our pumpkin seeds. But yeah, we have managed to get them. So we've started growing melons there. So we've got some 111s and we've got some 332s. So it's going to take a little bit of crossbreeding to get those up to 10-10-10. But we're looking pretty good so far. So I think let's get rid of these. Let's quickly analyse these pumpkin seeds and just see how we're getting on with those. We're gradually getting there though. 765. So I think, let's have a look. So they are 654 and 555. So I think these are the ones that we need to swap over, like so. So what I have been doing is waiting for them to grow fully before I do the crossbreeding, because we seem to actually get better results. And I think, to be fair, that's probably what you're supposed to do anyway. I just haven't been following it as I should. But let's just get rid of those into there. So, kind of thought we'd go back to the quest book. I'm going to just drop these into here, and we managed to put our quest book into the thing. No, we didn't. We just didn't put these. We didn't put these away, did we? Did we replant the right ones? Yeah, I think we did. No, that's cool. Right, so yeah, back to our quest book. So if we just get that down onto our hotbar, that would be smart. So we were looking at... So we've got 3 quests with unclaimed... Ooh, interesting. Okay. But we were here in the previous, and we've got flower power flashing. So the last thing we needed to make was some living rock. We made living wood in the previous episode, which I have actually gathered up now, and that is stored in here. So living rock, we need to do exactly the same thing with the pure daisy. It's just this time we are using stone in order to do that. So why don't we pop out before the sun goes down too far and get that out around our pure daisy, and hopefully see if we can't get ourselves some stone before the sun goes down. I think hopefully we should have enough time, I would think, for that to happen. And then that will complete that quest for us, and that will give us a chance to pick some of these. And I think, to be fair, I'm probably going to pick the I'm going to probably pick the wood, just because being a natural resource, it probably is going to take a little while. And I'm also thinking, where we were growing our fir tree, or trying to grow our fir tree, our cherry tree's grown really easily. This hasn't, and it's kind of occurred to me this actually might be a 444. So I'll need to use some mutandis to get some more fir trees and kind of plant that from there, I think, and start getting our fir trees that way. Because at the moment we've just got the cherry wood, which is obviously why we have a very, very nice kind of pink floor. There we go. You can see that's starting to turn now. And that's become our living rock. So let's gather some living rock up. Hopefully that should give us enough to do the quest. So we can check our quest book once we get in, just because the sun is going down. So we've still got a little bit of lag, but nothing to the extent that we did have. So let's pop inside and always sleep the night off if we need to. In fact, let's just go do that anyway. There we go. Perfect. I think it's so nice that we can try and keep the mobs down a little bit. And what do we need? So we need 6. Oh wow, we need 16 of each. Okay, well that's fine. Let's gather back what we've got in our inventory there and there. Let's take ourselves, I think we can do it with the cherry wood anyway, which is in here. So we go 1, 2 of those. That should give us 8. Oh, it's 8 logs anyway we need, isn't it? Wow, okay. So we haven't quite got enough logs to do that, so we'll need to actually go and chop our tree down. But why don't we get another 8 living rock going while we're at it. Oh, and these have grown. Why don't we just gather, let's take those back for a sec and just cross over with that for the moment. Right, let's get this down like so, and let's go chop our tree. Hopefully we'll get 8 logs out of this. I'm sure we will, looking at the state of this. There's plenty in here. So I think it's the only problem with these cherry trees is, yes, you do get a decent amount of wood out of them, but it's the way they grow. So you have to keep kind of trying to hunt down where these other logs are to try and get the leaf decay. Let's jump up. Just make sure we haven't got any more lurking up here, so we can try to get this to decay so we can plant a nice new one. Doesn't look like we've actually got... Ah, there it is. Well, I knew there was another one. There we go. That should probably get the rest of that to break down now. I don't think we've got any more, have we? That seems to be decaying pretty well now. Probably more a case that we're actually up here. So let's break our way down. And we'll go around gathering up the saplings and the wood. And we'll just pop ourselves just another sapling down there for the minute 13. Perfect. So there we go. Just in time for our living rock. So let's gather that back. So we've still got a little bit of... Oh no! Our pure daisy. That was silly. Let's put you back down straight away. Oops. There we go. Let's replant there and let's get our wood. So I don't think you have to be too fussy about the direction that the wood's placed in. But while that is going on, let's gather up a few more. Oh look, we have got another naughty log up there. Can we just get to it from up here? I think we can get to it from there. You were hiding, weren't you? There we go. Let's actually carry that on, despawning nicely. Maybe get a few more saplings out. At the end of the day, that is charcoal, which is always good, and we can always use them anyway for planting. So hopefully this should be a nice 10-10-10 seed. Let's pop inside while that's doing its thing. Check these seeds out. Hopefully they are 10-10-10. Perfect. So we'll put, I think we've got enough in here anyway, but yeah, we've got 4 there, so we can just replant those out there. So let's pop you in there like so, and let's just grab another couple of crop sticks, I think, just to do the breeding again one more time. And we'll put our saplings in there as well, and our logs away. Could always do that also. Ooh, another sapling, lovely jubbly. Okay, there we go. This is our rest of our living wood. So we go doink, doink there. Put those ones down there ready for it. Let's gather up our living wood and collect our quest. There we go. So that, in theory, ooh, if we pop back in here, that should give us our quest, which is great. So let's pick, what do we want? Let's get some living wood. Excellent. So we're going to get 3 more pure daisies, which is very cool. So we can actually get those put out, but I think we'll do that at another point. Put a floral fertilizer in there as well. Let's stick that extra sapling away also. Perfect. So back to here. Okay, so sunshine and lollipops is our, oh actually no, we've got this here, a sound solution. Okay, so this is the horn of the wild, which is quite a good thing. It's actually a way of harvesting all of your flowers at the same time. So it encourages nearby plants to uproot themselves. Now the only issue I kind of see with this is potentially if we're a little bit too close, it could actually do the same to our crops, which I kind of don't want to happen. So I think we ought to grab ourselves another area of dirt. Now, do we still have another grass seed, I wonder? Let's have a look. I don't think we do we? Or is that in the Botania? We do. We've got one more pasture seed. So what I'm actually going to do, because it actually covers quite a wide area, is that I'm actually going to start knocking out this part here. So I want to try and keep the shape the same. So I don't want to be sort of chopping out stuff. Sort of, you know, to sort of mess up like the land, if that makes sense. You know, I don't want to sort of alter the shape of the terrain too much, which is why I'm kind of doing it bit by bit, just to make sure that I'm kind of continuing to follow sort of the lay of the land and try and keep stuff looking the same. Hi! You're going to try and cheat me, so I'm going to kind of move over here. So we've got 7 more to place. 4, 5 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if we go 6, 7 here. There we go. So that's a start. So what we can do now is pop our pasture seed down in the middle, and we'll let that start taking effect while we go and make the Horn of the Wild. It's a very, very cool little thing here, and it saves so much time when you're trying to get all of the flowers and everything like that. So, Horn of the Wild. Let's open our quest book. So we can hover over that and we press R, and that should give us our recipe. There we go. So that is a pasture seed. It's a good thing we've actually got one of those left, and 5 living wood. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like so. Let's pop over to our crafting table. So we'll put that in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like so. That is our Horn of the Wild. Now, if we grab, let's grab a little bit of this. I won't do too much. How are we doing for time with the sun? I think we should be all right to get this done. So I think this will work. I don't know whether they'll actually grow on not grass, so let's try it. There we go. So you see we've got the flowers have actually grown. And what we can do, click with, I think, do we right click with that? There we go. And that basically harvests all of your flowers for you in one go. So let's just do a few more. Right click, gather them up, dodge the skelly, and one more. So you can see what I mean, it's got quite a wide radius on it. So what I didn't want to do was to, hey, cheeky. What I didn't want to do was to kind of do that down here, which would uproot our pure daisy. And look, oh, it looks like we've got a node. Can you see that? We've got Thorncraft in this, because if you see just there, looks like we've got a node. You can see it just hovering. So, oh, that'll be good to look out for. I didn't realise we had Thorncraft. That could be very cool. But yeah, that is the... Let's gather this up. There we go. We'll gather that one as well. We pop our sticks down like so. Hopefully that's a 10-10-10 seed. We'll put that in there. Gather those potatoes. Let's go and analyse this seed very, very, very quickly. So we've definitely got a 10-10-10. Pretty sure we have. Yeah. Awesome. Let's go and very quickly plant this back in. Oh, the lag. There we go. That means we've got 4 of those. Let's have a little sleepy. Perfect. There we go. So yeah, so that's a quick way of gathering the flowers. So stick those into there. Sorry, it's all my anal inventory thing is because I just cannot abide having an inventory full of rubbish. So we've now made that, which means we claim our reward, which gives us more bone meal and some more fertiliser. So we'll stick that into there, and I think our floral fertiliser, oh sorry, our bone meal, yeah, that can sit in there. So, and we'll put that into there as well, which is good. Okay, so then that takes us on. We've got the next couple of things that we can do. So we've got sunshine and lollipops. So this will give us our flower here, which is the day bloom, and this is something that you can use to generate mana, which are quite cool. And I think you've got the night bloom as well, which is here, or the nightshade. So one will generate mana during the day, one will generate mana during the night. The trouble with these is the fact that they don't generate massive quantities. They can take sort of quite a while to actually to grow anything, but easily enough making those. We're not going to do the blood altar, we'll do the petal apothecary. So we need yellow petals, we need 2 of those, we need orange petals, and we need mystical light blue petal, and we'll need some seeds to go into that there. So if we grab our bucket, we can get ourselves a bucket of water from our little thing here. So what was it? Orange. I've even forgotten what the recipe is already. Comes to day bloom. So orange, light blue, and 2 yellows. Hopefully we've got cyan, we've got blue. Got orange, that's fine, we can do orange quite easily. Yellow, that'll give us 2 petals, so it's light blue that we don't have. Interesting. So we might actually have to try and grow some more very quickly. So we just need 1 orange, don't we? I need to take a little bit more of that and our horn, and we'll pop outside. While we're here, we might as well go fill up the petal apothecary. So the lag is a little bit iffy. Hopefully we'll get ourselves... There we go. Oh no, it's cyan, isn't it? That looks to be cyan. Ah, is that light blue? Yeah, light blue flower, perfect. Lovely. Let's just gather up all of those. Let's pop back down here. Okay, so we're going to need... I'll put that away. Put all these away. Let's take our light blue flower. Let's quickly turn that into petals, so that'll give us 1 of those. We can put 1 away. Like so. Put the bucket back. Need to grab some seeds. Now we do need... I don't really want to use those particularly, so I might have to, it doesn't really matter on this basis, but I think I can use just a bit of wheat just to get some 111 seeds, which is fine. So let's put all of this lot down on the old hotbar. Come on. Thank you. So I'll pop over to the Petal Apothecary and we will go you, and the seeds. There we go, and that gives us our very first day bloom. So the day bloom, as I said, it is a mana generating flower. If we pop it down here, what we actually need in order to see what mana has actually been generated is, in fact, actually let's gather that up so we can, there we go. I need to detect it in our inventory anyway to complete the task. There we go. So we've got that, so we can pick a reward. So we've got day blooms. I'm going to pick the nightshade and claim that. Just because it means we can actually get some night ones. These are going to be fairly easy to make anyway. So that sorts that out. Now, in order to be able to see what mana is actually being generated, we need to make this, which is a Wander the Forest. And that's pretty easy, again, to make. With that, it is literally just... I didn't ask you to do that, did I? Let's go back to that, shall we? Just try that again. So there we go. So it is living wood twigs and any kind of petals. So the living wood twigs literally are just a couple of blocks of living wood. So we need 3 of those, which means we'll need 6 living wood. Hopefully we should have enough. But it's probably, yeah, we've got plenty. Excellent. So let's make those like so. That gives us 3 of those, and then 3 of any petal. Let's have a look. What do we? Oh, we've got these ones, haven't we? Got plenty of those. We only need 2 petals. Let's have a nice magenta. Nice magenta wand because we can. So that's just our 3 living wood twigs. And our 3 magenta, and that gives us our magenta Wander the Forest. And what we can do now is actually swap out some more dirt, I think. Let's expand our dirt area just a little bit, just so we can start getting some more of our day blooms down. How are we doing? Oops. Let's try shutting the door, shall we? So why don't we start maybe 1, 2, expanding this back a little bit. Just so we can start generating mana up here. Like so. 3, 4. There we go. Let's see what we can get with this lot. More there. Start to reclaim this area and start to make it look like it's alive again. Oh wow, that's going to actually make the inside of our base dirt, isn't it? Yeah. Never mind. It's natural. Not going to complain about a natural look. Let's go along here a little bit as well. 1, 2. Oopsie. Let's go repair this. There we go. 1 repair. Why don't we do... So we've got 4 left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do the 4 along there. Perfect. So that will start growing, and what we can do is maybe look at putting our petals down here. So we can do that one there. What we can do is the nightshades. If we kind of space them maybe out a little more, You can see that these aren't generating at the moment, obviously because it is day, but our day bloom is. So you can't actually plant them next to each other like that. So I think we need that there. Why don't we put our day bloom here? What you can do is you've got your wand mode, you've got bind mode, which will link stuff to each other, or you've got, just trying to think, is it shift function mode, which that shows you how much it's generating, I think. There we go. So if you right click on it, that will show you how much mana it's generating. So that's actually now full, but we need to actually get a mana spreader and a mana pool in order to be able to start gathering the mana. So we can claim the reward on that because we've got our Wand of the Forest, and we can now go on and start getting our mana spreader. So mana spreader again, pretty easy. That is just basically a petal and 7 living wood. I think we've got enough left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And what have we got? 2 petals of, let's go for magenta again. It's like we've got plenty of those, isn't it? So we can just go like so, and we'll put one of those back into here. Let's create our mana spreader. So this is the thing that will actually collect the mana, and we'll actually be able to put that into the mana pool. So what do we go for? So we're going to get, I think this time we'll pick the day bloom. Oh, we've got a crafting task. We've got to do the mana pool. Okay, so your mana pool, that should just be basically, yeah, the same as a boat, just with the living rock. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because we need both of those in order to be able to get the mana. Awesome. So let's put that there for the moment. So there we go, we've got 100% on that as well. So that means now we'll take the day bloom, which works much better for us. So what we can now do is have a sleep by the looks of things, because it is gone night again. Technically the night blooms will actually be doing their thing. I might actually move those, to be fair. Now we have day blooms as well. Let's just make sure we've got nothing nasty around. No, that's fine. So let's take these back for the moment. So mostly going to be putting day blooms down. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Oh, we've got loads of them. Brilliant. Let's see. 1 there and 1 there. So what we can now do, if we put our mana spreader down, and we put our mana pool here. So if we put our Wander the Forest into bind mode, so we'll link that to that, which now means that that will start gathering mana from the day blooms, and that will start transporting it to the mana pool. I think we right click that, and we right click that. So that should now, I think, bind that to that. I think that's working. Ooh, what have we got there? Oh, the hydrangeas. So these will actually generate from water, so I think they have to be next to water. So in theory what we can do is sort of start dotting all of our flowers around, and this should start gathering mana from those. Like so. Hopefully that'll be near enough. And I'm not really seeing if we're actually... So these are all full. Why is the mana spreader not picking those up? We're going to go from that to that, don't we? I think, is it bind mode is the right mode we need to be in? Let's just... So we're in function mode, bind mode, yeah. So I think that should be right, but it doesn't appear to be. It's saying that it's not linked to the mana spreader. So we're not getting any mana going into our mana pool, nothing going into our mana spreader at the moment. So I wonder whether these need to be... I think it's an axe, isn't it, I need to pick this up with. Let's pick this up for the moment. Let's break you. Let's put you... There we go. Now we actually have to, I think, maybe link these. Ah, there we go. See, look, we just need to... link to you. Is it now gathering? So now if we link that to the mana pool. There we go. So that's now, that's not one linked yet. Let's see, can we, you got a tick against you? Yeah. You're linked, you're linked. You're linked, you're not. Let's bind you to that. So you've now got a tick. You're now linked. You're now linked. So I'm not quite sure what the range is. So I think that might be a little far away. Yep, you're now linked, you're linked. So everybody there is linked. Now what we can do as well is if we go and get ourselves a little bit of water, we should be able to put the hydrangeas down. And what they do is they actually generate mana from water. So let's gather ourselves a bucket of water. And if we maybe put, let's think, can we get it? Put a water bucket here. We'll just have to remember this. Oh, we've got a another day bloom there. So you and you. So let's link you to there. Perfect. And you're already linked. Great stuff. And then let's just put this other day bloom down. Oh, let's try and think where's the best to put this. Let's try that there. And you're already linked to there anyway. Great stuff. So you can see our mana pool. It's a tiny, tiny amount. Actually, right there we've got a tiny little bit. So you can see these don't generate massive amounts of mana. But it's a start. And that's what's important. So crops are coming along quite nicely. Let's gather these quickly while we're out here. There we go. Go and gather our sugarcane. Brilliant. So there we go. We've probably jumped a thing now, haven't we? That we've done that. Done that. So we've got soiled plants. So this is making garden soil. Interesting. So how do we make garden soil? So that is compost and dirt. So there was a point. There was a point to us doing all of the composting. But I'm kind of thinking we're at sort of 35 minutes already. So I think we've actually had quite a successful episode. So I'm going to do the safe thing, which is empty my inventory. As we know previously, things have gone a bit wrong and it has lost it. So let's rather than lose all of that, let's pop everything safely away, and we shall call it an episode at that point. But I think that's actually been... Let's put our food away as well, shall we? That could be clever. I actually think that's been quite a successful episode. We've got quite a lot done. And far more done, to be fair, than I was actually expecting. But I am most definitely not going to complain about that. So there we go. So a little bit lag, but all been well. Not been too bad. But there we go. Well, I hope you enjoyed the episode. It's been, as I said, very productive. I'm really pleased with what we've actually managed to get done. But we'll do some more and probably explore a little bit more on Botania and continue with our quest book in the next episode. But for now, thank you all very much for watching, and we shall see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.